thank you for watching the video. I've done a bit of road work and so forth, and in between I found, I believe, all 5 toys in this map. It's just getting to them, and well, life never changes. There's a task, I believe, almost about 50% complete with this map. It's going quite fast. It went into what, the 3rd or 4th part of the episode, so yeah, not too bad. Let's see how far we get in this one, shall we?
I'm not sure that us borrowing these motors was arranged with the owners beforehand. Still, we're only doing this to save the entire region, and they'll be properly compensated down the line. I'm almost sure. So it's a win-win for everyone involved. Plus, they're not using these at the moment anyway. Hey! Look at that pile of pipes! I wish we could somehow help the port get rid of them, just to make the place clean and all. Definitely not in any way related to any recycling bonuses whatsoever. It's a nice change of pace to see a place that's not falling apart here. I guess even sinkholes know better than to open under supply depots. Or they like taller structures. Like that newly built radio tower that got swallowed by one. That's why they had to reactivate the old one, which we need to fix. But sometimes there's no fixing the old things. And it's better just to let it go. Let's hope that's not the case this time.
Okay, so we have a new glitch, which is Kelly now repeating that same video chatter over and over again. So that's a new item to report to the game workers or devs. I built a bridge over here because I actually found out that it was nothing here but a water stream. So I found that out the hard way, and after building my 2 bridges over here, I found out there was a rock slide, and I cannot remove the rock. I cannot do anything with it. I'm not sure if that's a new glitch right here. I'll drive over here and show you, maybe close to the end of the video, what I mean. Because I would like to be able to use this road right here so I can just go A to B straight to the river lock. So I don't have to worry about anything else. And I made an extra bridge. I know I could probably use this path here, make it a road and so forth, but I decided to just make it like a train track bridge in a way, in case we ever had to fix this. So that's one little shortcut I made because I know right over here is a yellow door. So I know in the future I'm going to need a path too. I'm not sure if it's going to be from the south or from the north I'll be needing it for. Now about the toys. Let's see. Let's start with the ones that we do know, which is the usual one up on this island, which you can just barely see. If you take off the marker, put the resource ping on, and right there it is, the yellow. And then we have the other one over here. You can just make it out underneath the flag. Then we found this one over here, number 3. This one I'll probably have to do once I have this area drained. I mean, it's by a draining pump station. So maybe that's how we're going to clean up this area. I mean, I wouldn't want to use those pumps again, but hey. Now, number 4 is actually by the yacht club on the pier. Now, to get this one, you'll need a very thin scouting vehicle. I'm thinking either the truck or maybe the military vehicle can get to this because the lane that I got on the last episode cannot really get through this one passage here. It bounces off and goes right into the water. So that's just a forewarning there. Was I actually checking out to see how bad it was. And the last one, the dozer, I can just make it out. It's by this, I guess, research facility or tower or fort. I can't tell. I haven't been really there yet. But I can just barely make it out right here. So without further ado, let's get back to the game and let's clean up this little area. Now, one other thing I want to point out is I did move these crates over here so I can stack these pipes up like so, and I didn't have to worry about them rolling this way at any point in time. That should keep them in line for a bit. I might put a third crate here just to put more weight here. Okay, now for the last crate. I just realized there's a nice drop right there, so I was hoping I could use this right here as like a straightaway, but I can't. I have to make sure there's an opening here to use, so I might just put this crate right here. Pretty much as a reminder for myself to not put anything there or hope for anything. Okay, that's now taken care of. What else do we have to do? Establish a route between the yacht club and the port. We should be able to do that. Let's take a look at infrastructure. So, yacht club and port. I already preset that up, so it's pretty much this way. And it goes all the way to our actual base. So, not too bad. Now there's another infrastructure one, which is this one. Steel pipes to port. Now with this area clear, I should be able to get to that area safely. I have no trucks in the way, nothing of the sort. Okay. Okay, I got that done. I should deal with this one here, which is restoring the pipe facility, and I just need to do a delivery. Where is my meal? Okay, it's not out anywhere, so I can actually drive it. Okay, no one's coming. I gotta make sure I dodge the, well, the incoming traffic. Since I gotta go to the yacht club for the package, and they got their task ahead, which I gotta dodge. Now they shouldn't have any issues getting from point A to B on both routes. So I'm actually trying to do two jobs in a way at once. And there's the first truck. And two trucks. Okay. Once they pass, I'm free to go for the time being before they get back. I probably should have done this first and then let them go start their journey. Because now I gotta dodge and weave and turn just to make sure I don't stop the route process. So that's on me for not doing that properly. Okay, the infrastructure route is now complete for the pipes. If we hear those doors opening, we know there's another truck convoy on its way. should be safe here. Now let me turn around first so I can just join with the convoy unless it's an exit here. Which is, okay, I can use that. Okay, what am I doing wrong here? I'm gonna try to load all three of these. Now I did get a new crane vehicle, which I'll show at the end of the video. I was trying to make it easier so I could get the concrete slates out of the factory faster. And that in itself wasn't as easy of a task. The new vehicle isn't as fast or doesn't move that well. Okay, we have that now complete. Okay, now we gotta just deliver this and we're done. Let's see, I'm at level 16. I gotta wait until level 18 really to get anything new in the vehicle, so I got a bit of waiting to do. Or I should say walking to do. Now I'm guessing the game devs have paused the spawning of the delivery trucks for a good bit of time, about 3 to 5 minutes per destination. I just kind of wish they just fix it all the way where we didn't have that repeatables showing up constantly on the checklist. I mean, once we get all the rewards, it's pretty much, okay, what's it's doing now? And you can't really, once it's done, get it to refill itself again. So they are working on it. So at least one time one's actually checking off and not and actually disappearing. It's just a multiple trip ones or not. Okay, I can hear one coming. And I'm thinking that was from the pipe, since I'm closest to there. Because I just barely heard them in the background. Okay, I believe I need to take a left here. And then a right. Okay, what do we have?
Well, it's the moment of truth. I always wanted to say that. The port is all but ready to receive the massive shipments we're waiting for to fix the oil production around here. Only one minor issue remains. Well, a few minor issues. And here's where you come in. You need to fix the pipelines around the port and prepare a proper route through its territory. Nothing you haven't done before. But now it's really important. If you can't do this, we're facing an ecological disaster and rising gas prices. The company sure does care about those.
I'm sure. Now what is with the bridges that... Okay, so... I technically don't have the steel beams functioning. But I guess that actually works with the steel pipes. I kind of just wish they'd just give us all that when we get the depot running. I mean, we can just buy the materials from there. Okay, so... I don't know why that's opening when we don't have the steel beams factory, but I'm fine with it. At least one more thing I can use. I'll get the infrastructure set up. But I'll do the piping first and then send it out once I get the piping complete. Now, where am I going? Oh wait, just over there. How bad could it be? I'm going against traffic. I can already see that being an issue. So either A, it's going to be timing, which we all know these things can drive in drive into each other and not really care. And that in itself is an issue. Okay, that's all set. And what do we need? We need 2 pipes, I believe. Yes. One right here and one right there, which I should be able, the ground level, I believe. This one is, and so is that one. So I should be able to get it with my mule. Oops, sorry. Now back to the vehicles, and we will look for metal to make. Big tubes. We can use the crane over here, get about a few items. Tractor should give me about maybe 2 if I'm lucky, maybe 3. So I'll bring the mule over there. Wait a minute, what's has been unlocked? I believe I hit rank 17, which is a new crane. Yes, I did. So, this is the one I purchased in between episodes. It's quite slow, as you can see. The mobility is just 1, while everything else is quite high. Capability is 4 and stability is 5. Well, it's large treads and so forth. And then we have a claw type, or as it calls itself, a gobbler. 10 tons is a lot stronger than what we had before, but I just gotta watch out on low hanging objects. Same stats as before on the other crane. Okay, I really don't need this one. I can't really think of any type of job that I'll need it for right now. I might need it for the last level, but not at the current pace I'm going. The next one I'll get is a Volkswagen ETV 89. Pretty much a tank with a crane arm. And that'll be the last one. I'm not sure what will be 19. I'll look into that later. For now, let's get back to work. Can I just push this open? Yes, I can. Okay, I'm gonna fast forward for this little bit here. 1, I'm pretty bad with this crane, and 2, it's gonna take a bit.
So I messed up quite bad. I was trying to just have a spare trapping because I needed it. That's until that didn't go too well either. If anything, I messed up the crane. I've been crane camera view.
Okay, in case I fast forward over this little bit here, I did mess up. I admit that part. I was trying to have a spare, like, more pipes in case I need them. Come on. How far out do I need to be to actually get out low gear? Okay, time to get this job done. I probably should take that truck away. Last thing I need to do is have some type of issue with routes and so forth because they are such a pain. There does something in the way, they won't function, and then there's issues left and right, and I hear one coming right behind me. So let's get over there and get out of its way. Okay. Okay, that's one way to open the gates. Okay, just the drop-off's right there. And I'm not going the right way, am I? I might be able to pass under here to get to the point. I'll find out. Can't be that bad, hopefully. Let's see, I took a left over here. And then I go on the sidewalk. Okay, it's one down, one to go. I'm not sure what to make heads and tails on the steel beam bridges. Okay, I got one over here. Don't flip over. Don't crash into anything too much. Okay, that is now complete. And let's get back to the last bit, which is... Let's see, I gotta figure out how to get that power going. Concrete slabs is complete, that's still going on. Okay, that's now complete, I can actually cancel it. I mean, if I'm not gonna be able to get these finished or dispatched properly 10 times. Oh, goody. Wait, which one's still going? It's this one. Great. I have a feeling they're gonna crash into each other. They're still a good, I'm guessing about halfway complete. But I gotta get this one started. Besides that, the other thing I've been doing, which is repo, repo, or collecting the forklifts in the area and pretty much putting them all over here, so I can actually sell in case I actually go over budget. So I have a little investment. Since forklifts are the second best thing compared to the toys, I'm getting cash fast. Okay, so no issues so far. I don't really see any issues unless they crash into each other between the two trucks. Okay, so which is it going to be? The electrical issue, or is it going to be trying to get the pump working? That is the next question to come up. Because we're still in stage 2. Okay, and there's still 2 more doors to deal with. I'm not looking forward to that. And 1 door over here by the pipes. Okay, they're getting us here to save the day. They're the whole worker over the... Oh, I think that we got a new vehicle.
I was expecting more jobs for you once help arrived. After all, someone has to help the helpers. Otherwise, how are they going to help anyone? But this has gotten way out of hand. My entire desk is covered with printouts. It'll take me a while to sift through it all. But I found some requests you can take care of in the meantime. I guess I'll just send them over to you in a batch. You're a self-starter, right?
Okay, let's start with looking over the side jobs and so forth. First one is she didn't talk about. Wait. Oh no. I do not want to go back over here. Okay, support the local researchers working on the field. We are tasked with piloting the utility truck to excavate the area and serve as a vital resource in setting up functional camp and arranging living conditions during the research expedition. I don't care about you. I'll be dealing with you shortly. Okay, obviously I can only have one of these 2 routes going at the same time. And honestly, there's only one way in and out of this port. I could make do try and do this. And have one go this way over, and hopefully he has enough CPUs to actually realize to stop and wait for his buddy to pass. I highly doubt it. Because he's the one going into the pool and the other one's leaving. So, since they can't be nice to each other. Okay, so I need the one that is steel pipes to terminal. Let's fix this a little bit and make it so we can go in a different direction, if anything. Okay, should be coming in this way. Okay, let's see how they do on this route. It might have the same effect actually. Let's cancel it and let's make this into a smaller waveform where they hit less often. If I can get them to do this, I should be fine and happy. It won't be much, but it'll be at least something, hopefully. Okay. Where were we? Let's see, this one. Okay, the longer we ignore the oil spill, the more damage they'll do with the local ecosystem. We prepare a truck with a powerful pump at the harbor, drive it to the sinkhole with some luck and a little elbow grease. We might be able to contain the problem. Um, yeah. You're not too far off from the ocean. Last side job. Bring the pump to the oil spills. Yeah, can I get this like a double hit? From the port to the southern oil spill, we can start pumping as fast as we can. Okay, so we got 2 pumps. It looks like. One's a research vehicle, and oh, I believe the other one doesn't have a truck. This one does. Okay, let's take a look at the main jobs. Our primary objective is to resume gas and oil production in the region. However, before we can proceed, we must address all the gas holders supporting the infrastructure that remain more or less intact. Oh yeah, I can see there's only like, what, half or less remaining? This entails acquiring the subtotal amount of materials. One of your tasks is to collect pipes and concrete along with your way. While there's no immediate urgency, start with the collecting process. Sooner will be contributed to the overall efficiency. Okay, I do believe I have enough concrete blocks. It's just not in my storage. It's actually back at the factory. I can do that, and think I have a few more tractors I can throw into the steel pipes. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. That'll be a more off-camera job. We start the canyon gas holder. We're ready to repair the first gas holder. This is the last thing we need to do before we can start restoring others to receive. We need to establish a supply and still go ahead and plan a route. The steel pipes factory to canyon gas holder. Additionally, we need to supply line holder energy. Unfortunately, the explosion damaged the local cable, so we'll need to lay new ones. Oh yeah, I was afraid of that. So if we get that done, we get the new gas holder active and restored. So that's this one here. And that's going from here over. That's another one off camera. Okay, so 2 main tasks off camera. How about this one? We ship the materials to the first port repairs. Please plan a route from port to Oasis gas holder. Our crew will do the rest. Okay, where is this one? Well, I can already see my bridge is going to have some good use. Because that's in the direct middle. And if we know anything, it's that these things do not have good CPUs for driving. Now, let's see, this is the cane gas one. 10 times. I hate these types. Oasis. That's the one I want to find out. Oh. Oh, good. Okay, so it's only a one-time job. Okay. Yeah, if anything, I'm gonna put down the cables first. And probably turn on a few sand quarries so I can get putting down roads easier. Let's see, I got 12. How much is it to activate? 6. Oh dear. Why isn't it allowing me to switch? Okay. Okay. I'll figure out how to check how much that is later. For now, okay, let's get back to the side jobs. Once going back to that one location all the way to the far back. Ooh, goody. It's already bad enough with the scout, and they want me to take a truck over there. One plan is build a bridge to the top of this. Plan 3, C, is maybe have a crane third up there, maybe? I highly doubt that one's gonna work, so I'm either on A, drive Huff and Buffalo all the way up, or B, build a bridge, which would be somewhere around here. What to do, what to do? What is our damage if we do the bridge? Let's see, we want less amount driving, so it'll be from here to say let's go from there to there. And I do have the concrete blocks. I'll just have to make one more because I got to take the other 10 to the base. That way I shortcut from here up, and it's not too bad of a road over here. I already made a path from when I was doing cable laying over there, so it's not that bad. And this is actually not too deep of water, as long as we drive on the stones correctly. So that should be easy. And then on my way out, I can take this with me with my scout. Okay, so that's one task I can do off camera. Transport cargo to sinkhole. I don't care. You're gonna drive when I tell you to drive. Okay, it's looking more like we're gonna be doing a few of these jobs off camera, more or less. And I want to keep at least one vehicle like this over here in case I need it for the truck. How do they expect to get these vehicles back out? I guess with a crane, because I'm not getting out. Which vehicle is that? The Tesla 119 Linux. Yeah, my good one, I believe. I'll recall it back at the base. Retain, okay. And let's see, how much is this one? 3. Wait, what? That's 3, and this is 6? Oh, why? It's closer to a power source. Not only that, this is a bigger circle. You would think they would be opposite. Wow. I hate to break it to you, who decided this, I really don't need this. I can just get by using this one over here and just bring the sand over. It's just a little path from A to B. Wow. Before they decide to change it, how about I just activate this one before it goes from 3 to 6? Okay, and then I got another one over here. I'm guessing I gotta make path from the steel beams to the riverside base once I get the job to actually turn it back on. Okay, so how bad is the transfer of cargo? Okay, I'm getting real tired of these things. I'm gonna just have them do one at a time. Dispatch and cancel your job. You're doing something stupid, I believe. So you're going to stay there until I decide you can go again. This one has, let's see, 4 more times, maybe 3 at best, and then I'll let the other one go. Okay, so okay, we got the rusty dozer. Manual. Ask for destruction. And sand flattening. Then we got marching. So what does it look on the inside? Not too bad, not too bad. I like to see what the stats are. Thank you very much. Okay, I believe it's under roadwork. Here we go. It's a 323. How is it compared to our usual? Ooh, it's the same as a brand new one. So what if we get the new version of it? It's actually quite cheap. 434. Ooh, that'll make our job a little bit easier. If anything, a lot easier. So we go back in here. We retain this one. I like to keep the vehicle list a little bit cleaner. I gotta pull a few vehicles out anyway, so let's go back in. Okay, we're using... Oh. Bollocks. Small issue. I might be having to stop now because it has run flats tires. So I have no traction in sand. I mean, I'll try to get over there. So let's see how bad it is, but I highly doubt I'm going to get there and... Oh, stable if anything. So let's see how well this bridge helps us. And to make things easier and less painful, we're going to fast forward. And just in case time runs out, I'm just going to say it now. Thank you for watching the video and so forth, and I'm really highly doubt I'm going to get very far from this point on. Okay, I'm messing up here and there. Because I'm trying to keep an eye out for those trucks that might have to do deliveries and so forth. I'm glad I cleared this area between episodes. That made my job a lot easier. And, oh, bollocks. There's an opening. I might need to take it. Can I just push forward? I'll find out. And the answer is I can. Okay.
Not many folk like cleaning up their own mess, like these oil spills, and even fewer like cleaning up someone else's mess. So you have the right to grumble. But there's something to keep in mind. You're not cleaning up after someone. You're helping Mother Nature. I keep telling this to myself every night. And sometimes I even fall asleep. The magic of self-suggestion.
Ah, so self-brainwashing. Okay. I still like the good old cup of whiskey. well, Irish coffee in the morning. Oh yeah, this is much better. Yep. Okay, that's gonna be an issue later. Okay. Yeah, it happens, but it wasn't like that when I got the bridge complete. I might have to angle the bridge a little bit more so I don't hit that tree as often. I'll figure out a way to take that tree out. Okay. Now what is the likelihood I flip the truck? Honestly, quite high. So I'm gonna switch to low gear and do this last part third person. Nice and easy. Yeah, that's not gonna be me. At least the levels are dropping. But not by much. That's a good bit of steam coming off of this. Yeah. I don't want to know how many people died in this thing. Okay, so I'm coming up to my end of the recording. As I look at my objective list, everything's pretty much off camera I gotta do. So, thank you for watching the video and have a nice day.